Don't know if we'll have him on camera or not, but that's up to him, I guess. But we certainly want to recognize his tenure with the county, as he is one day away from his final day here in retirement. So I do have a proclamation and probably some words from you. And
there he is.
There he is. Are you hearing all that, Warden? I don't know.
I heard everything. I was just
all right.
Muted.
Okay, that's all we got. Sorry.
That's fine. Sometimes less is more.
So I do have a proclamation, although I will say, we usually try to keep these to one page, and it's pretty much impossible to address everything that he has done in his career and try to, summarize it all into a bunch of whereases and some paragraphs here. But that's the way we typically do it, and so we'll stick to that, and just know that there's a whole lot more to this career, and we've talked about it at the prison board, and I think each commissioner, either has or will have the opportunity to share their thoughts with him publicly or privately. So,
yes, Jamie, if you'd like to proceed with the proclamation, then we'll go from there.
All right. So whereas Robert Karnes began his career with the Lebanon County Correctional Facility, employed as a full-time correctional officer on August 29, 1982, later promoted to corporal on February 7, 1988, and sergeant on May 29, 1988. Whereas in April of 91, Bob was named Correctional Emergency Response Team Leader, and in October of 1994, he was named Hostage Rescue Team Leader. And whereas on March 10, 1996, he was promoted to Captain of Security, and ultimately on February 3, 2003, was promoted Deputy Warden of Treatment, and then ultimately received a promotion to position of Warden on December 19, 2004. Whereas during his tenure, Bob served the county with devotion and commitment, performing his duties and responsibilities in a professional manner. His skills and leadership have been appreciated by the county, and he's been a valuable and dedicated employee. Whereas on February 6, 2021, Bob will retire from Lebanon County Correctional Facility with over 38 and a half years of distinguished service. And now therefore be it resolved that we, the Commissioners of Lebanon County, on behalf of past boards of county commissioners, past and present employees, and all our citizens, unite to thank Bob for the outstanding service he provided during his many years at the correctional facility. Further, we extend congratulations and best wishes for a most rewarding future and the very best retirement.
Very good. I will have a motion or accept a motion to approve that proclamation.
I will make the motion to accept this proclamation. My privilege and pleasure, Warden, having been part of the team that hired you and seeing you through to the end.
I'll second the motion and just add, Warden, I've been liaison since I became a commissioner, and it's been a pleasure working with you these years through all the issues that have come up. And I just appreciate your steady and your competent leadership, and it always, your tone is always very steady and predictable and professional. So that all those things are great assets that you brought to the county, and we appreciate all your work very much. And Jamie, did you have anything you'd like to add?
Yeah, I guess best I can in a minute or so. This is an extremely tough industry that he works in. There is plenty of criticism available, whether that be from, it can be from commissioners on down, and media and parents and family and inmates and staff. And it's just everybody's sort of nipping at a warden's ankles, and there's not an abundance of praise that comes along with it very often. So you've got to have the right temperament, the right outlook, the right everything, the right mentality for this type of thing, and also compassion. Wardens at county jails are not what they are in the movies. This is not Cool Hand Luke or Green Mile. It's different, and it's not a zoo that we're running. It's a building full of human beings, and the warden has always seen that. And I know that may not come out, always in a meeting like this, but it certainly comes out when I talk to him privately, and his approach to things, and that's really important. And you know, we're a society that relies on corrections, but that's what we're trying to do, is correct, and not just punitive. So, Warden, I appreciate everything you've done in that regard, and I think there are probably some former inmates out there that have a lot of respect for you and appreciate your efforts toward them. They just not on the front page saying it. So thank you, and I wish you the best.
Well, thank you.
If I may, sir, I
Go
just
ahead.
wanted to add that, Jamie, you nailed that. I can remember at his interview, the thing that stood out was his heart on his outside of his shirt, so to speak. He wasn't afraid to express empathy and compassion, and at the same time, he insisted on loyalty and toughness. If somebody did something wrong, they were held accountable. And I mean, he didn't mince words. So, you know, he served us well. Thank you, Warden.
Yep. Wonderful balance of tools that you brought to this profession, and we appreciate it very much, Warden. And would you like to close with any comments?
Yeah, just thank you for the opportunity. Thank you for the opportunity for allowing me to serve in this capacity. I remember as a young 24-year-old man walking into the jail, not knowing what I was up against, not knowing anything about corrections. And I remember all the people that influenced me early on. In fact, most of them have passed on, as I've stated in a previous in my last prison board meeting. And those people, you know, were actually the ones that fostered and believed in me when I didn't even believe in myself and didn't know what I really possessed. And I said, regardless of what your position is in corrections, yeah, a correctional officer, a supervisor, and no matter what capacity, you work at a correctional facility and you have the opportunity to foster change in those individuals that made a wrong turn. I always think back to when I was 19, my father said, if Bob, you don't wake up, you know, you're going to end up in jail and I'm not going to visit you. Well, it was one promise I couldn't keep to him. My father passed 20 years ago, but I ended up in jail anyway on the right side of the fence because I started making right decisions. So I know, but it's by the grace of God that I didn't become an inmate. So I guess a lot of my empathy comes from just being a stupid young kid and making poor choices. And I saw how God prepared me through the years. And you know, and he put me in this position. And I always tell people at the end of our driveway, it says the Lebanon County Correctional Facility. What kind of warden would I be if, number one, I judged a person by making a left turn instead of a right and writing them off? And that's what I tell, and I say this publicly to the community. There's individuals that come to jail. They've made poor decisions in their life, but it's up to us to point them in the right direction. Ultimately, it's their decision, because rehabilitation starts from the heart. They have to be sick and tired of being sick. So they have to make a conscious decision. But I've always said you can either lock them up and throw away the key, but you will deal with them, you know, sooner or later, because over 90% of those that are incarcerated do make it back to the streets. So would you rather have them living inside of you as a productive member of society, or would you rather be victimized by them? So I think we all, not just me as a warden, but we all, even as a private citizen, we have a duty, number one, to take care of our fellow man. And that's what I've always stressed on, because it's no secret. I'm a man of faith. I believe God put me here. I've already stated that this has been a mission for me. You know, and the person that has supported me the most has been my lovely wife. She's put up with me for 37 years of my 38-year career. But I can't say enough about her, because she supported me and loved me when I didn't deserve it, because I've had some rough years here. So kudos to my wife, and lastly, kudos to the staff that I've been involved with in the past. And now you have a really good warden coming in, and Warden Litz that you've appointed. You have a great staff that's on duty here. We're younger. I'm one of the old heads from the old guard and the last to move on. But it's time for me. It's time for me to move on and let the current staff take care of business. And like I said, you have excellent staff here, commissioners, that you can be proud of. And I just thank you once again, and for allowing me to serve you, serve the county, and ultimately serve the facility and those that are incarcerated. And I can't be more blessed on this day. So thank you very much.
Thank you. awesome comments. And, we could suspend the rest of this meeting and listen to you all day, Warden. Seriously, your insight is so valuable. You just have such a good overview of the whole system.
Well,
So thank you very much.
thank
might
you.
be in a
And I won't take
pulpit
up-
one day.
I won't take up. Yeah, I promised Jamie. I won't take up the whole meeting. No, I didn't. But and he kindly reminds me I don't get paid by the word. So relax, it's my salary. So that was always the standing joke. But yes, obviously they always say a person that is a professional in corrections, they can go on. And I have a million stories, but I won't bore you or the public with them.
Well,
but again, thank you very
It
much.
goes without saying that at the end of the day, which I can't hear enough and probably won't hear again, we thank you very much.
Yep. Thank you. Thank you.
All right. Warden.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
All right.
I think you still have your motion open.
Oh, really?
I think so.
All in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay. We have,
Sorry, I lulled you to sleep. Thank you again, everyone.
yeah,
Thank you.
bye-bye.